Hi, and welcome to your course syllabus tour. On the left side, you'll see the syllabus and schedule icon button. Go ahead and just click on that. And first you will see the syllabus, and directly underneath of that is the schedule. I will go through the schedule in a different video. You can either scroll here. I don't really like to do that. You can, for me, I like to have it big and one full page. So full screen is this icon or direct link. Either one will get you there. A couple of things to notice. First off the bat is my contact information, where I am located. I am not at the Nampa campus, so please don't show up there looking to have office hours with me. I'm actually in Ada. The Ada building is located off of Overland and Maple Grove, and I'm in room 1218. My office hours for this semester are Tuesday, Thursdays from 10 to 12, and then 1 to 2, or Wednesdays 11 to 12. If you need a different time and day because of your work schedule or whatever reason, email me and we'll schedule something. My telephone number is there, but usually the best way to contact me for setting up appointments is via email. Course description. I'm going to be teaching you Microsoft Office applications. That is all of Microsoft Office applications except for a couple of them. We're not going to be doing Publisher, which is really a shame because that's like my most favorite. But we are going to be going through Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and Outlook. This course is fully online. It starts January 14th and ends May the 10th. You have to have a little bit of computer experience coming into this course. I'm not teaching you how to turn on your computer, how to send an email, use the internet, save or print. And you should know how to type a little bit. So be mindful of those things. But if you do have questions, I am able to help you. And then there is a ticket, not a ticket, excuse me, a help desk, so to speak, for technology at the campus. What we're going to be going through. So here's the learning outcomes that I'm going to be going through. There's 5 of them. Once I have taught you these learning outcomes, here's what you're going to be able to do once 16 weeks is over and you've taken your last final. And I've laid these out in bullet form. So there's Word. The next is Excel. And Excel, by the way, is going to be the hardest section that we'll be going through, and I'll get a little bit deeper into that later. PowerPoint and Access. This will be a fun one, but it can be a little frustrating. Access is a little harder for those that aren't familiar with databases. And then website design. Yes, you are going to be creating a website. That is week 16. If you want to jump ahead and take a look at that, by all means, I've opened up all 16 weeks. Go ahead and take a look at that. Your course fees have paid for your textbooks and any other required materials. I did say in my other video, the tour of the class, that to find that information though, because you do need a code that's located in announcements right here, and this is your code. And you do have to have, you're going to be using MyLab IT. Everything is online for this, including the textbook. However, if you wanted to purchase a hard copy, it's just a loose leaf text. It's probably 3-hole punch, so you'll need a 3-ring binder. It is an extra cost of $35 through Pearson. Honestly, I've never heard of a student doing this. But if you are that student, you're old school, maybe you want paper, by all means, you can. Nothing wrong with that. You do need Windows 7, 8, or 10, of course 10 being the latest, and you have to have Microsoft Office 2016. You cannot have a MacBook in this course. It won't work, and neither will Office 2013, by the way. Let me scroll down. And I did put that here about the Macs, and I have highlighted that you have to have Office 2016. You can use Microsoft Office 365. In just a minute, I'll tell you how to download that for free. Students can do that if you don't have the Microsoft Office suites on your computer. 90% of this homework is done with Microsoft Office programs, and so that's you can't use a Mac. In fact, you can't even do Access on your Mac at all. So trying to pass this class without that is pretty darn near impossible, and I've actually worded it that way. Now, for those that don't have Microsoft Office and you need to download that for free, this is the link, and you're able to do that. There was some issues I recall from last semester, and I believe it's because students didn't fully download all the way. Make sure you look at your entire screen as you're going through this and follow the instructions step by step. I had to help a couple of students in person last semester and the semester before that. I also teach this in the summer, and that's because they didn't read the instructions. So just be mindful of that. Now, to pass this course, you need to pass 4 tests. Not just 2, but 4. Microsoft Word and Excel exams will be taken over at the CWI Testing Center. You have to have it score a 700 out of 1,000. 700 or better out of 1,000. That's technically 70% or better. You also have to pass PowerPoint and Access. Those are done in MyLab IT. I've given you 5 attempts on these last 2 tests, PowerPoint Access, and I'll go through that a little bit more, but those aren't until the very tail end. In fact, those are done after spring break in this class, and they're relatively easy. It's like doing your homework. And so here's the skills you're going to be testing on. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's the grading. Guess what? You are being graded in 3 different areas: your test, your homework, and your projects. This one is the most important one. And the reason why it's important is because missing one project will kill your grade. There aren't that many projects that I'm giving you, and so you want to be mindful that you complete those and complete them in a timely fashion as well, because I don't really take late homework unless there's extenuating circumstances, and we'll talk about that. I do sometimes give out incompletes, but it's rare. You have to have at least 90% of the course completed before I give out an incomplete. Method of delivery, it's fully online. You're going to need access to Blackboard at our computer because we're using Blackboard and MyLab IT all the way through this course. Again, here's more of my office hours and also by appointment. And when you are taking my course, we're going to be using the Ask Dr. Barnes a Question forum more than we are using my email. And I'll explain a little bit more about that later in a different video, and I'll also give you a visual on that in a different video. You could expect that I will answer you within 48 hours. Normally it's less than that. I don't typically work on the weekends, so if you email me on a Saturday, I might not answer you until Monday. That's why I say 48 hours. But this is why I'm going to introduce you to the Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab, which is in Blackboard, because that way if I'm not online on the weekend, you can answer each other's questions. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until Monday for me to answer. Again, no late homework. It's rare that I accept it. It has to be for a really good reason. It can't be, oh, I had to work. The reason why I don't allow for late homework is because all 16 weeks is open. Make sure that you plan ahead and get your homework done, because life always happens. Because this is a fully online class, I want you to be careful of your netiquette. We can't see each other face to face, and so it's really hard to see the other person's reactions and their body language, and so just be mindful of the words that you use. Like using all caps is yelling, so please don't use all caps with me or your fellow classmates. Time and expectations. I'm just going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you all the way through this semester, this class has a lot of homework. I didn't do it on purpose. It's to prepare you for those exams. And I have to give you a lot of homework because this class actually is transferable to Boise State. So this class has rigor. And you would want your class to have rigor to it. That's what college is all about. To be successful, you really need to be a good manager of your time, but that's for any class. That's what college is all about. Now, assignments and makeups, again, I don't allow for late assignments unless, you know, you let me know in advance or something has happened that was just totally out of your control. Don't forget to pass this class. You've got those 4 exams that you have to pass. I've given you information about behavioral expectations for all adults and about cheating, academic dishonesty. If you happen to be on campus and there's an emergency, make sure that you look at the evacuation instructions or posted instructions located in every classroom on all 3 campuses, and our online attendance policy. You need to get your homework done during week 1 and week 2. Otherwise, I will drop you from the course. I didn't make the rules, but I do live by them. So please, I've always have wait list, and I've got probably 2 or 3 students already. And so we do drop students because of lack of completing homework. So now that you know what's in this course syllabus, go ahead and underneath of this video is the syllabi or the syllabus quiz. It's 5 questions, unlimited attempts. Go ahead and take that, and then next move on to the course schedule tour. Thanks.